every race.
One more picture, guys.
We got to take one more picture.
Oh, one more picture. Are we centered?
Are we good?
You get that now.
Armando, you want to get us started?
Sure. Absolutely.
Gentlemen, my name. Hello. You're good. Hello.
The mics aren't on for the side mics.
Hello. Hello. Congratulations, gentlemen. My name is Armando Salguero. I am with Outkick.com. I represented and presented Zach Thomas, but this question is for all of you individually. What does this accomplishment mean to each one of you individually?
I think we should let Zach answer first since you asked it.
Sure. I'm just honored, a little humbled by it. You know, we know it's a team game, and you're only as good as what players are around you. And I had a lot of great players around me, so very grateful. Grateful for all my teachers, to my parents, pretty much, family, and teammates. So if my D-line was having a bad game, I was having a bad game too. So it's just, I'm very honored to represent that whole defense that I played for. But to be up here with all these legends, it's humbling.
I would say, to echo what Zach said, so many people help us along the way, coaches, friends, family. And we sit up here now, and it's, I mean, as much as it's about us, and we can be egocentric if we want to, we know, I think all these people, all these guys will say the same thing. It's about them. To me, it means that all those guys, ladies, coaches, teachers, they're going in the Hall of Fame with me. That's what I feel like. I've got 85 texts and counting in the last 10 minutes, and I know what it means to them. So I'm reveling in their joy as well as my own.
I believe it's a great honor. As Jim Porter was talking about, out of almost 30,000 people involved in the Hall of Fame, to be elected and be, you know, one of 371 now, I think is beyond our imaginations. I think all the years we played, like both the guys have said, is we owe a lot of what we have to other people. And I believe there's other people who understand that. But I think along the way, there's so many things we had to be grateful for. We only have a few minutes of each of us, but the biggest part of I believe it is to be in such an elite group is one of the things that I think is just compounds our whole career. It's great.
Yeah, I would start with basically, you know, everybody is gifted and goats here on the panel, and I'm a big fan of everybody here. I mean, me and DeMarcus Ware were just speaking earlier about how, you know, when he was on the defensive side of the ball, I would stand up on the sideline and watch him in awe. So I just really think, you know, we're all GOATs, I think everybody has a special skill set here. I think everyone worked very hard and very passionate to get to this point of being Hall of Famers. And now it's time to say thanks to everybody who helped you along the way. And we get to mothers, uncles, cousins, friends, relatives, everybody across the board. So I think that sums up my answer.
I just think we're the representatives up here of all the people that were part of our own football story and football journey, all the shoulders that we stood on, whether it was JV football coach, parents, high school coaches, college coaches, teammates, all those people that made this happen. We stood on their shoulders, and we're the ones up here smiling for you guys during the press conference, but you know that it was a big line of dominoes, all those people that touched you along the way that allowed you to stand up here. And so for me, it's a celebration of all of those people and all the fans that showed up every week to cheer for the people that are up here and the teams that we played on and for our great game.
For me, I can probably answer for everybody, but we are the perfect vessel, right? We encounter so many things along the way, along that journey, from media who taught us so many things. When Rondé was retired, him teaching me some things, me playing with Zach, me playing against Joe Thomas, me knowing about Revis, so on and so forth. But everybody now gets that opportunity to say I had a part of being part of that journey in that vessel. And so I would say everybody was that perfect vessel right now, and we're that trophy and sitting up here right now reaping the benefits of all of the things that people have helped us with. And it feels good knowing that the sacrifices that we have went through to be the best, we finally can say that now all of those sacrifices go enshrined forever, and that's the perfect image that we want to show everybody else.
Next
We
question.
can go home now, I think.
Yes, sir.
That was good.
Gary Jones from BMA Sports. I'd like to ask this question to Marcus Webb. Media, you don't want to be biased, but I am a Cowboy fan. And I could have Googled exactly how many Super Bowl rings you have, but I want you to say it yourself. And what does it mean?
Okay, I'm hearing two different things. I'm bad at hearing. So I hear this behind me, and I hear you talking at the same time. I'm trying to make sure I heard that question right.
Yes, I said I could have Googled to see how many Super Bowl rings you have. But I want you to say it yourself, because I am a Cowboy fan. I know we don't supposed to be biased, but let's face it, we have our bias. So how does it feel to play in the Super Bowl and in the Hall of Fame?
I've had two opportunities to play. First of all, to play in the Super Bowl and to win the Super Bowl, and to see not only the Denver Bronco fans but the Dallas Cowboy fans having my back, but also my boys having my back too, and that felt good. But now this is that second time that's bigger than the Super Bowl. And now it's not just the boys and everybody else. It is everybody, the whole world, having your back, and you being able to enjoy that. So again, yeah, there's only one Super Bowl ring here, but this time and this moment, it feels that way. It feels like I just won. Everybody feel like they just won a lot. And there's no words that we can say about that.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for everything you have all done for the game of football. Darrell Revis, my question is specifically for you. You're being enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the greatest honor this league can give, the same night that Jets corner by the name of Sauce Gardner just won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Do you see this as a passing of the torch? How do you view Sauce's game?
I think I've mentioned it before about Sauce a few months back, which obviously we're in a new year. But I think he has no ceiling. I think the sky's the limit, and I like the way he plays. I like how aggressive he plays. He's a taller quarter. He's very aggressive. He gets after it. His football IQ is very high at a very young age, him being a rookie. So I'm so proud of him. I think, tonight, the New York Jets organization, we actually stole the show. We've had Sauce Gardner, obviously, win Rookie Defensive Player of the Year, and Garrett Wilson win the Offensive Rookie Player of the Year as well. And, we have myself, and then we have Joe Klecko as well, two of the best defensive players ever play in the organization. So, that's four guys from the organization. And, we have the past, present, and then Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson is the future of the Jets. So we're proud, Broadway Joe was here as well. There's a lot of, Jets staff in the crowd as well. So it's just a great night for us. It's a big night, and we're just excited for it. So sky's the limit for the future, guys.
Jeff?
Thank you. Thank you. Is that good? Okay. Thank you. Jeff Hobson with Bengals.com, proud home of Ken Riley. I wanted to ask Rondé and Darryl if they know anything about Ken Riley, if they ever saw his name on the list, and what do you think of a guy that had 65 interceptions?
Yeah, so I know Ken Riley's game a little. Obviously, I don't have I don't have beta tapes to watch the game film, but of course, I think all of us represent our past. It's nice to have Ken's son here to help share in his accomplishment, finally getting into the Hall of Fame. But he's one of those guys that I think we could all say he could have been in the Hall of Fame many, many years ago. His numbers speak for themselves. You don't get 65 interceptions very easily. No. I don't think, Darryl, do we have those combined? I don't know if we have those combined. Maybe not close to it. But yeah, he was what I think the embodiment of the corner in that era was, and it's nice to see him finally get his space.
Yes, sir.
This on? Hey, Rondé, is it, along with the joy, is there a little bittersweet feeling when you think about this is the final page of the final chapter of your football career?
Yeah, it's like a funeral in here, right? It's six guys up here just hanging out, being somber now. This is the most exciting day of my life, right? Me and DeMarcus were talking earlier, and I think the truth of the matter is when you are a rookie, for me in 1997, I didn't play a lot, right? I played one game. And then through the hard work, dedication, the uncommon things that I did throughout my career, I turned into a Hall of Famer. But I didn't set out to be a Hall of Famer. I was trying to make the team, right? I was trying to get on the field. And all you can do is take your opportunity and run with it. And we all took our opportunities and ran with it. And that it's the last chapter, I think I'm only 47. I got plenty of chapters left. I just don't have another football chapter. One of my coaches, Mike Tomlin, used to always say, life is a journey. Football's a journey. Every season's a journey. Since I retired 2012, after 2012, this was my next journey. And, just like winning a Super Bowl, I crossed the goal line with the football and won. So that's what it feels like to me.
We're going to do two more questions from the floor before we start to break up. Right here.
Thank you, Joe Thomas, PJ Ziegler from Fox 8. Good to see you. Congratulations. Could you take me through the journey to Canton? You were on some lean teams with the Browns. What was this journey like to get here? And at what point in your career did you think that the Hall of Fame could be possible?
I think we just heard about, I don't think any of us, when we were rookies, said in our mind, like, my goal right now is the Hall of Fame. Now, I may have said it, but I don't think that's what was in our sights, because you get to the Hall of Fame by having a good day today. And then tomorrow, just trying to get 1% better. And then you build a process of I just want to be a little bit better than I was the day before. And then pretty soon you wake up and, oh, I made the Pro Bowl. That's awesome. Like, now my sights get a little bit higher. And then you just keep working things one day at a time, and a lot of times it's those people around you that are the ones that are motivating you, because it's easy if you're just doing it for yourself to get in the doldrums, especially if you're losing like we seem to do a little bit in Cleveland. But you got guys around you that you know they're counting on you, and so then they're the brothers that kind of pull you through some of those dark, tough times. And in the end, you look back and you're like, wow, there was a lot of things that happened over my 11 years in the NFL. Not always good, but the journey tells the story of my career, and I wouldn't change anything. And I think as a Cleveland Brown, being the first Brown inducted since the team came back, it's really special for me because that franchise has endured some really tough times, but those fans are so loyal and passionate, and they still show up, and it still is their identity that they're Browns fans. And I think it's great for all of Browns Nation to have me being inducted this season, like DeMarcus was just talking about, a vessel for their fandom right here, somebody that was able to show up every single Sunday and play for those fans, to give my best effort, because I know they were paying to come and watch me work. And I don't pay to watch anybody work. I wouldn't go, doesn't matter what you're doing, I'm not paying. But the loyalty and that passion, I think, is what kind of brings you through some of those challenging times.
Josh, did you have one?
Josh Dubois with AP for Darrell. Because obviously offensive guys sometimes get a lot of the attention. How much pride did you take in being able to shut down opposing receivers?
I can't really hear you much.
Just how much pride did you take in being able to shut down opposing receivers? You know, everyone comes up to see the offense, but you were able to sort of had a career of just taking that away.
Man, restless nights. I would start with, covering some of the greatest wide receivers in the game, and future Hall of Famers at that time. I was probably the most nervous of anybody on the field, or if I had that assignment. So for me, I kind of, it's like you looking at yourself in the mirror and just saying to yourself, it's either me or him. I have to just stand up to the challenge. And, for me, I just took on the responsibility to take that assignment and try to shut him down. So at the end of the day, it's all respect to the other receivers and the quarterbacks and the offensive coordinators who were game planning against you. But at the same time, I just felt I had the ability and skill set, and the coaching staff believed in me that I was able to had the ability to shut them down. So.
All right, we're going to break now and let the gentleman fulfill some other of the obligations. Darrelle Revis, Joe Klecko, you could come with me, and we'll start with Sirius. Zach Thomas, you're going to stay here and actually work with Ann Nolan from the Dolphins.